in 2008. You started to see liquidity providers really clamp down and start tightening things. And, they would talk about their liquidity position. There was a lot of that posturing on CNBC and other large media networks. And, they were saying that they were fine, when in reality, Lehman Brothers and many others were about to go under. And they knew that the loans that they had put out on the Ninja loans and all the other not so great stuff that they had done with the credit default swaps was going to go bad, the collateralized debt obligations. So, and for those that don't know what that is, I'll talk about that a little bit. So in 2008, the banks were lending out to pretty much anybody that had a pulse. You could get a loan on a home. Before that, 2004, 2003, 2000, all the way up to about 2006. And even into 2007 and early 8, they were still doing these loans. And what the banks would do is they would package them up. So they would take, I don't know how many loans, it depended on the bank, and they would roll it up into one product, basically. And they would say, they would grade it at like grade A credit. This is awesome. These loans are all going to be fully repaid. We checked all these people. They have a pulse. They're going to be able to pay their loans. Or if they're not, then the real estate's going to be worth enough that we're going to be able to claim it. It's not a big deal. Obviously, that didn't end up working out and being the case. And so this was a new financial product for them, and they started packaging that up, and they made a lot of money selling those off. Because residual payments are great for annuities. They're great for pension funds. They're great for a lot of things that need to dole out capital over an extended period of time to pay people on a regular cadence. So they did those. And obviously, because they didn't underwrite the risk on the loans appropriately, and they also graded them much higher than what they were actually worth, we ended up seeing a really bad outcome in 2008 because of that, which almost collapsed the global financial system back then. But luckily, BlackRock stepped in and, over the past 20, 25 years, they've repackaged all of that debt, and they took the little bit of bad debt, sprinkled it in with the good debt, and over time they've cycled through that. But now we're coming to a much larger situation where they've continued to print money, and people over leverage themselves. They get into a position where they can't afford things, and things start to go bad, especially when we start to see economic conditions tighten, which is what we're seeing with higher interest rates right now. It's more difficult for people to sell a home. People can't refinance a home. People that are looking for bridge loans or liquidity or credit aren't able to get it. And if they are able to get it, the interest rate that they're paying for it is so high that they can't service the debt. And that's why,